All right. We're going live. This is open forum discussion Q&A. Back before you guys once again. I wanted to go live to not only answer questions. I'll see how many people join into the chat tonight. If we have any, we didn't get any last night, and I understand it's work night for some that got to take kids to school in the morning. I understand, so I just wanted to let you guys know I'm still here. I haven't forgot about you. I also have a webinar that I recorded yesterday. I want to say Tuesday morning after I got off work. It's at least an hour long, and I'm just giving you guys a tidbit, but I may upload it to tomorrow, which we're actually into Wednesday, I want to say. It's really good. I went over the title has to deal with the straw man concept. Fact or fiction? Is it real? Is your straw man your all caps name or corporation? I wanted to, from my perspective, my research, I went online, I did a screen capture for those I studied in the movement. To kind of piggyback for those of you all who are new, the TDA movement that had broke out last summer, where people were using their alleged secret account, or whether you call it a private account, to pay off your bills. I provided some clarification, at least given my opinion, but I wanted to go into the concept that some people have asked me in the past: is the straw man real? And I say yes. The government did, do something, with the birth certificate and everything. It does have truth to it. It has relevance, contrary to popular belief, whether processes work or don't work. I don't give consultations, by the way, just to give you guys a heads up. Once again, I mentioned that in the webinar, but it's really good, action-packed. Let me know how it turns out if you guys do watch this video. I'm also still looking to move to other platforms, just to give you guys a heads up because of all the censorship that's going on. I just heard Twitter ban some more of a certain individual's accounts or whatnot, and I see their version of the trolls who are in the mainstream media who are like tattletelling on this particular individual. I hear that's a violation of the law, which is a form of torturous interference. But I don't know if that individual is going to get any justice, because these big tech giants have arbitrarily decided if they don't like your political views or whatever, then they can label it as hate speech or whatever. It's not necessarily if you actually bully someone. They're not showing the actual physical evidence. They're just saying that if they don't like your speech, what you talk about, despite that's your First Amendment right, your freedom of speech, then they just arbitrarily call it hate speech or whatever. So I'm still looking to definitely move to other platforms, but use my mainstream social media sites, outlets, such as the Facebooks. I'm not on Instagram yet. I am on Twitter. You can follow me at Dorsey's Resource, like a filter. But in case I was ever removed, just to give you guys a heads up, which I think is highly unlikely, but that is always possible, then I would say look for me down the line on other platforms that I went over. I haven't decided yet. There's many out there that are competing against one another. They're still growing, by the way. For those out there who may not know, I suggest checking out, in my opinion, minds.com. Check out minds.com. You can look up information on it on YouTube as well. Gab.ai. Check out gab.ai. You also have BitChute, DTube. I believe you have to have a Steeming account. And the name I just heard recently from real.video, real live.video, or something with Mike Adams, the Health Ranger, started, because he was also his channel was removed from YouTube, and his channel was like G-rated, where he talked about primarily health. That's why his name was Mike Adams, the Health Ranger. But the cabal, the criminal elite, they want to keep people on psychotropic drugs, medications and stuff. They don't want you knowing about holistic treatment or eating healthy foods or taking supplements with proper herbs to help empower you. So it's something he said, they banned him, so he started his own like social media platform But the name just changed recently. I forget. I have to try to document what the new name is. But if you go to, you still type in real dot video, you may be able to pull it up. I'm gonna double check for you guys. Yeah, real dot video .com, or just do a Google or search check on it. Also Twitch, some people move their content to Twitch and other kind of low-key platforms. You still have Periscope out there, even though I think Periscope is owned by Google or Twitter, one of those, you know, big conglomerates. But just kind of like a low-key filter, you know, if you're big like that. There's another one I was going to think of. So they're constantly growing to get your content out there for content creators. A lot of content creators have already left YouTube. I noticed that there was a big flux that left last year. So I'm just giving you all out there a heads up. That is also could be another reason why certain content creators on YouTube are not seeing as many views as they used to, because also a lot of their audience has left as well. Like David Seaman, he talked a lot about the Pizzagate stuff, which I believe is true, had a lot of relevance to it. And because he was scrutinized so heavily, he moved. I'm not sure which platform he's on, but one of those platforms I went over. I think he's on maybe multiple ones. Check out David Seaman. Check out his work. He used to be a writer for the Huffington Post. And with the censorship, he was one of the people that got censored earlier on as well, where he said the Huffington Post or the people, the cabal, they scrubbed his Wikipedia so people wouldn't even know that he used to be a writer for the Huffington Post or whatnot, because they wanted to try to, guess, blacklist certain people, like if they don't like the narrative of what you're discussing or talking about. So this censorship stuff is real. You want to support independent media. If you want to know the honest to God truth, the real truth, don't, you know, just take with CNN, MSNBC, a lot of the mainstream outlets. I like when they do stories on positive things, but keep in mind when there's been major incidents that have occurred, they also are there to cover it up. And a friend of mine told me he was working on putting together a piece where someone did a video where a lot of the news agencies around the country, just your local news, they read from the same script. So they have like guidelines where, unlike independent media, independent journalists, or known as citizen journalists, are going to tell you from their opinion, they're not regulated and it's not filtered. So keep that in mind. If you want more of the facts, it's important to check, I'll say, multiple sources, and you can form a more accurate truth. So looks like it's really slow so far. So just to kind of go over, this is like open forum discussion, freestyle. Once again, I recorded a webinar that I'm probably going to upload sometime today, and I just wanted to give you all a heads up. It's dealing with the straw man concept. Your legal person, is it fact or fiction? Is it true? There's something like that. I can't remember the exact title. I don't have it in front of me. I actually have it, the title in a document, and you can actually see it in the screen capture. The video was like, it went over an hour, but it was really good information. I'm reading from actual documents. One from Cracking the Code Manual, 2nd edition. I knew a guy years ago that I met at Davenport University at Dearborn, Michigan, when they used to be at the Dearborn campus before they moved to Livonia. I won't say his name. I still remember his name. He was actually a concert promoter. And I've been to like events where he would do like promotional type work when they have parties and stuff like that. And he's from New York. He was telling me how he used to see Alicia Keys on the street. And years ago, I actually let him borrow the book, and he was just amazed that I knew about it. So there are people out there that you'd be surprised that know about this information, dealing with redemption, dealing with sovereignty. They know that it is real. It does work. Yes, you do have con artists and people out there, but that doesn't exemplify everyone that has studied in the movement. You have to use your own discernment, your own research, and that's anything in life. Before you even decide to give somebody money or anything, make your own evaluation. That's why I encourage all my subscribers, don't just take my word for what I say, but please do your own research and homework into the matter that I talk about, because I want you to see that I'm just a messenger, just sharing, my opinion about what I've discovered, like the documentaries that I go over. And I'm gonna go over again really quick. I recommend checking out Money Masters as a documentary you can watch for free on YouTube. Monopoly Men is another good documentary that deals with the banking system. I think a lot of people don't have good financial literacy. I think they still don't get it. They don't understand the deep state and how certain politicians are tied in with the deep state and how they keep control. I think these documentaries will provide better insight. Also, check out Ring of Power, Empire of the City. Ring of Power, Empire of the City. Because I did say the title of this video is open forum. So that means any of you all out there that join the chat, by the way, this is the time to ask me questions now. I will do my level best. You can ask me anything. So what I've done is I've decided I'm not doing any more private consultations. Those were for people that knew me personally. Generally, some people may have been referred by others, but I have helped people out. It's just I've been bombarded and I have to focus on studying and research myself. But I also want to give you guys empowering information. And for some out there that are not at the level that I'm at or others, it is important to go over the basic information. So I went over Money Masters, Monopoly Men, Ring of Power, Empire of the City. There's documentaries that talk about health. You want to check out Genetic Roulette if you can. Some of these documentaries you can purchase on eBay or Amazon, or just do a Yahoo or Google search. If you can't find it on YouTube, Farmageddon. Please check out Farmageddon, Genetic Roulette. There's a DVD that I have. It was called Scientists Are Under Attack. Very excellent documentary. Documented a scientist at Berkeley University or whatever that's fighting for food. Check that out. This is important information overall that will help you all wake up to what's really happening out here, and to support your local farmers and your agricultures too, because they need your help. They need your assistance to get the word out how big corporations, big pharma, how they're genetically altering the foods. To also be aware what the CDC is doing. Remember that doctor that died all of a sudden? These things just don't happen by chance or coincidence, but these documentaries will give you the correct empowering information. When fact check come out and Snoops.com, you'll see that they're lying. Fact check and Snoops in many cases were created to control the narrative, or to try to silence those who are warning you in terms of what they try to say is what's real news or what's accurate, what's fake. But these documentaries that I'm going over, when you watch all of them, a combination, and check them out several times, they will show evidence in them. Another important documentary from back in the day, please check out Conspiracy of Silence. Check out Conspiracy of Silence. It was a banned documentary. It was supposed to air on the Discovery Channel. You can still watch that for free on YouTube, but now on the search engine, a lot of things come up that's not related, but it'll be maybe about an hour long or whatnot. Some of them have extended clips to them, but you'll see it has like older footage, but it's very educational, very powerful. I would say look up the names of the people in there. John Bonazzi from years ago, he won his lawsuit. Some people have passed away. I believe John D. Camp died. It was called the Franklin cover-up. You can look up the books on Amazon. There was also an investigative journalist that wrote a book by the name of Nick Bryant who investigated this. This is real information that happened, and this will show evidence, solid proof of some of these same things that were going on back then are happening today. Will show evidence. Look up John D. Camp, look up the book The Franklin Scandal. Then there was another book, The Franklin Cover-Up. I could have it mixed up, but the other guy that did the other book was an investigative journalist. His name was Nick Bryant, and they still have those books on Amazon.com, by the way. I'm just going freestyle off the top of the head because I've researched this already. I'm saying for you all out there, you need to know this information, especially black people. I hate to get on, I'm not trying to play the race card, but I really hate to get on my own people. It's like there's just so much brainwashing and disinformation in the black community. It's just so sad. I had to commend white people, Caucasian people, seem like they soak this information up. They're very awake to the truth. They have, their minds are like sponges where they're open-minded, but it's like, you know, in my own community, it's so sad. You know, it's an echo chamber now on Facebook, and you can look up online what an echo chamber is. By the way, I won't spoil it for you guys, but when I log into my Facebook account, you know, I say it's so sad because you're supposed to have challenging discussions and brainstorm with people to get to the bottom of truth. If you really want to know the honest to God, accurate truth and separate facts from fiction, there's not conspiracy. There is a such thing as conspiracy facts that's not theoretical. Remember, theory, the term theory is theoretical, something that hasn't been proven. But you have things, people have conspired, and you have facts. You also have reality as well, conspiracy reality that happens, things that happen in real time or whatever. So let's be clear on that. This is not theoretical. These documentaries that I'm going over will help provide evidence. Also check out a documentary called Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. Please check out Endgame, Blueprint for Global Enslavement. It'll have like a green logo. I believe you can still watch it for free on YouTube. I heard it was already seen by millions of people, by the way. There's another documentary. Please check out. It's called America Freedom to Fascism by Aaron Russo. Rest in peace to Aaron Russo. America Freedom to Fascism by Aaron Russo. I won't spoil it for you guys. Check out his information. It came out some years ago, but it will help give you a basics ground if in case you are not aware, you never heard of it. Many people already have. That's been seen by millions of people already. This has been confirmed. I have sources out there that I've heard this with, you know, despite even channels that had been shut down that were showing the video, you had other content creators, other YouTubers who uploaded the documentaries to their YouTube feeds or their YouTube channels. So while you still can and download these documentaries, while you still can document them before they try to completely remove them, because that's where things are headed towards. Ginger Ellis says, hey, how you doing, Ginger? Greetings. Thank you for joining in. Real quick, greetings to you. It's good. Seems like the first person. I didn't see anybody jump in yesterday, so you all are welcome to join in, chime in to the discussion as well. Feel free if you have any questions, and I'll do my level best to try to answer them, by the way. But I understand it's a work night. I just wanted to let you guys know I'm still here. This is the best time to reach me. I don't answer questions or do any private telephone conversations, and it's the reason why I let some of the people know. If you are watching this video, you had emailed me, the best time to reach me or try to catch me is when I have these live feeds. I don't have a designated time period, but I said I'm going to try to come more often and make myself more available to answer some of the questions that those of you all out there do have when you can catch me. And I'm going to work on also trying to come at an earlier time, if it's the afternoon or the early part of the evening. You know, I'll attempt to do that as well. Another documentary that's real important, I'm going off the top of the head, I can think of, it's one called Changes on the Horizon. Please check out Changes on the Horizon. This will explain, those of you all who have questions, think about the Iraqi dinar and the global currency reset and the banking documentaries. When you connect the dots and the pieces, they will help explain and give you a better understanding of what's actually happened. It'll help you put the pieces to the puzzle together. Check out Changes on the Horizon. That will provide a lot of insight. It was part 1 through 3, but you had someone out there that had downloaded, like put all 3 together, and it's uploaded on YouTube. So you have a version that's like uncut, where you can watch part 1, 2, and 3 all together as one film. And then some of the other versions are broken up between part 1, 2, and 3. But I highly recommend those out there who had questions about dinar, even a little questions about trust or private banks, or, you know, how private banks operate. It'll kind of provide insight, and you may have to watch that like several times, but very excellent documentary. So I went over quite a bit so far, so I don't want to be before you guys that long, since we don't really have too many people in the chat. So I'm going to just get ready to shut things down for you. But sometime today, if not tomorrow, or maybe in my next video, I plan on uploading the webinar that I did on the straw man, the legal person, and I'm going to break down the difference, the Black's Law Dictionary, the definition of natural person, and what it means, like in the court system. It's the in lingus or whatever. And I've got, it's action-packed info. I hope I don't sound too monotone for you guys, but it's educational webinar for those of you all who are affiliated with me, that study the redemption stuff and say, hey, why doesn't Dorsey put out more videos about redemption stuff? I haven't forgot. Just like I'm versatile, so I like to talk about different topics and things, because I think we all need to be well-rounded in our disciplines. We need to be versatile. So with that said, I want to thank you guys for joining me. Those of you all who did join, don't forget to hit the like button, smash the like, subscribe if you haven't. You can hit the notification bell, so whenever I come out with new videos, you will receive the updates. And you can follow me on Facebook at Dorsey's Resource. I'm on Twitter at Dorsey's Resource, and of course on YouTube right now for the time being at Dorsey's Resource. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, take care.